Hello everyone, Chicken here. Today I'm going to give you an updated tier list to XP lane for solo through trio queue. I didn't really clarify this at the beginning of last XP tier list video, but this is mostly applicable to like solo duo trio queue. Not so much 5-man. 5-man low ranks, sure, but like not competitive in any way. This is mostly meant for like just your average rank game, solo duo trio queue kind of stuff. So I didn't clarify it last time. I thought I should clarify it this time, just so you know what you're getting into. And right away, this is the tier list from last time. I think it's kind of dumb and like to make a whole new video because it's only been 2.5 months since the last one. It's only like some changes I wanted to talk about, primarily to like the S tier and A tier heroes that were nerfed or adjusted, or different opinions I have now on heroes that I have played. One that you might have known as Sylvana, but not much is going to change with her. So first, I'll go from each tier from bottom to up if I want to readjust stuff. So first, starting down here, Sylvana, I think she's D tier, maybe like high D. She isn't meme worthy. Okay, I played her a lot. You have to do a lot to make her work. Primarily, you have to like have 3 items where you have your genius or feather, genius, and winter crown in that order, and you have to be like really good with your engages. I don't think she's probably better than Glue. Now Glue, I would say, yeah, probably still here. There is like only one way to play Glue right now that's like good for solo queue, and it's going the Cursed Helmet Glowing Wand build. Like that, you can actually, if you get onto a marksman, you can just full HP them if they have no magic resist. It's actually really good. But the problem is, you know, you have to get to those items, and you have to be really good on Glue. Argus, I still think is D tier. I don't think anything changed with this guy. He's still kind of shit. People who are Argus stands, like, I don't care, bro. Like, I barely see any Argus players. Solo, duo, trio queue. I'm not even gonna say 5-man because like nobody will ever play Argus, but solo, duo, trio queue, bro, I never see Argus anymore. People were hard cuffing. They're like, oh, all over fucking Argus last time I made the tier list video saying how he's still good or whatnot, and I'm just like, I see 0 Argus players now. Like, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Hop off that Argus copium. You know, he's just shit now. Let's not delude ourselves here. Moving up. So C tier. I'm just gonna do a skim through it. Nothing really I want to change. Masha is actually like high C, I would put. She's actually really solid if you know what you're doing on her. You can actually just nuke people if you give them the opportunity to farm. Alice is Alice, maybe a little higher. Thomas is still pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not really changing anything here. Everything else is pretty much the same. Now here, I would move Joy up a bit. She's actually not bad. I think I did this from right to left in terms of good quality. So like you'll look at the letter first and then it goes down in terms of what the rankings are. Bene, a good Bene is actually really good. Julian like hard fell off, by the way. He's probably C tier. He's not this bad, but you lose to so many things now and you're so squishy. The only thing you can really do is split push on this guy. Okay, I don't think he's C tier. That's a bit too much. I'll put him low C. Probably here. Hilda, I honestly like underrated Hilda. Like I've seen more Hildas in solo queue and it's just super cringe. It's just that at past like 10 minutes they're useless, but they can still have a lot of impact. So I'll put her like high B. And yeah. Your health was kind of good for a bit, but I don't know what they changed. It's kind of like meh now. They thought I'd actually put an A tier. If you're really good on Gatot macro wise, you can actually do a lot in solo queue with her ult, especially a combo. So I'll put him in low A. Now here, A tier. Sun, he got nerfed really hard. I'll actually put him in like maybe low B. Even honestly, Sun's kind of C tier now, I'm not gonna lie. They gutted him, bro. They nerfed him, they buffed him really strong for a patch, and then the start of the season patch, they just nerfed the shit out of him. I don't see any more Suns. Like barely any Suns. I'll put him in like high C. He'll be number 1 C. So he just fell off super hard, man. It's actually really a shame to see how hard he fell off. Gatot, yeah, Gatot's here. Phobius, I'll put a little higher. I don't know why I had him so low. He's still super strong early. Probably better than Zilong. Ruby kind of fell off. I just don't see many. She's still good. but I just don't see a lot of her anymore. And she takes too long to get her items now, so it kind of sucks, like waiting to get your items and then you're kind of already lost the game. I think it maybe has to do with how they changed the early game. I don't know. They changed something to where it feels like the early game heroes actually make a big impact now. I can't put my tongue on it quite exactly what they changed. Arlott, I honestly put Arlott like even in B tier now. It just feels he's gonna get buffs next patch, which are make him really strong. But he just feels so weak because like you have to full commit to an engage, and so many people just you can't kill, and it's like really only. I put it this way. I like to put it this way. You have to try really hard to make Arlott work. And it's not that he's bad. You just have to do so much for him to work. But I personally feel, as like a really good Arlott player, I personally feel it's not worth it. I would rather play any of these heroes in A tier and S tier, and do what Arlott can do with a lot less effort, and it's just a lot more easygoing, like mentally and whatnot. With Arlott, I feel like I'm always pressured to have a perfect flicker ult. Otherwise, I'm not getting value picking the hero. Guinevere, bro, I have like an 88% win rate on Guinevere on my Smurf account, which I almost exclusively play solo, duo, trio queue. Guinevere is so broken, bro. Like, you just have to know how to use her. Like, I would put her in like high A, mid high A. Like, you can just kill anybody, even tanks, with items on this character. And if you master all the combos, you like nobody can 1v1 you. I even beat CCs with Vengeance, bro. Like, they have to run Purify if they want to be able to fight you. It's like the only way. Khalid kind of fell off. I don't know if they nerfed him, but he's just like, he's strong. I know they nerfed him. I forget when, but they nerfed Tank Khalid at some point, and I don't see many of them anymore. And it just feels like you can't. You're just Thunderbolt stacking the whole game. You only really kill backliners like mages, like Xavier, if they're out of position and they don't have mobility spells. But other than that, like, you kind of get kited. You're like a flicker set, and you have to pray your team follows up. So I put him like low A now. Zilong, the only reason why I have him in A tier is because he's like the best split pusher in the game. That's like exclusively, you can like create so much pressure, and then once you're late game, you can like 1v1 anybody. If you have the right items, of course. It's not like his early game's useless. Ruby, she scales really well once she gets her items. The only problem is getting through the early game, where you can die easily. And also CC, if you can focus her, chain CC her, she's kind of bad. But like, that's fine. Now Freya kind of fell off. There's too much CC in the game right now and kiting to where I feel like Freya's actually weak. I stopped banning Freya now, and all the Freya players I see now are just garbage. So like, you have to be like an uber mega one trick to really make her work. I'll put her low A, probably better than Khalid. Did I put her to B? It's kind of tempting, but I don't think she's as bad as these heroes. Hylos, still very good. Yuzong, still very good. I'll keep these here. All right, side note, because I forgot to add her, but Kalia, it's a little editing moment. But Kalia, I would put like high A, probably like middle A. She's really good if your team is coordinated, but I've found that more often than not, especially in like solo duo trio, if your team isn't really aware of you making an engage, they're not gonna be noticing you going in, and then you won't get follow-up. So she's not really a solo carry hero. She's basically just a better like pick hero, like Gata or Khalid tank, or like Ruby tank, but she can do it more definitively, like a Chow can. But she can't go damage, so you are like a full tank hero. Maybe Bruiser Bill, but it's not as good. But you're just really easy to make picks, but not all the time people follow up on it. So like, for solo duo trio, she's like an A tier. Like if this is competitive, she'd be S, but it's not competitive. Anywho, back to the video. CC I actually think is S tier now, because CC, she can 1v1 every single XP laner if you know how to play it right. And I didn't think that was a big deal last time, because I didn't play as much solo duo trio queue. Because last season I was almost exclusively playing 5-man towards the end of the season, because there are a lot of games. But since the start of the new season, I had to play solo duo trio a lot, especially on my alternate account. I have 2 accounts right now. One of them's at 140 stars, the other one's at 150. And it's my Smurf account that I play solo duo trio on. That's 150. So it's not even a Smurf anymore. It's just an alt account. And I've noticed that like it's so annoying playing versus CC, because they just shut you out of the game. And unless you get a gank early, because CC can be ruined if she gets gank level 1-2 and then she's behind, because she relies on that snowball lead so hard. But if you like, you can't always expect ganks in solo queue, and sometimes you'll never get ganks. So more often than not, I play versus CC, and I don't get any help, and it's just a stalemate lane where she begins to outscale me at some point. Either that, or I play versus a bad CC, I coin flip the level 1-2 fights, I win, and then I steamroll her. But in the chances that I lose that, there's like no counterplay. There's like such a little counterplay unless they hard throw. So she's just so good if you learn how to play her, because she just beats everyone. And as long as you gotta be really aware of the map though, because if you get 1v2'd, you're gonna complain to your team, but then your game is over, and then you need to farm for a while. But dang, I think he's like number 1A. That nerf they did to him on his second skill range was really big, to where it's hard for him to catch backliners now. So he can be kited a lot easier. Not easily, but a lot easier than before. But at the same time, it's made damage bedang feel stronger, because they have less time to react to your second skill dash because it's faster. But anywho, like, there's a lot more counterplay for him now because you can kite a lot better. It's harder for him to catch you. He kind of has to commit a flicker if he wants to ever dive into your team and not just like second skill normally. So still very good, but just high A. Lucas, I'd still honestly keep him in S. And mostly because, like, damage Lucas, bro. If you know how to play damage Lucas and you go XP, you go Temporal Rain, if you're 4 for that first turtle fight, you just kill everyone, man. He's still incredible. And you can see him banned a lot more now. Also because of jungle. But just the discovery of like Lucas with Florin, bro, so disgusting. Jungle or XP, it's like really, really broken. Okay, well that's the whole list. Let me see if there's anything I really skipped over. I'll just do another run through. These I'm not gonna change. Pretty memey. Why is this even down here? Should remove that. These are fine. I would, if I were to say my Sylvana, I put her in C tier. Maybe even like high C. But I'm thinking of like the average Sylvana, it's probably going to be D tier. Similar to like Glue and Argus. You could probably have a really good glue player, be like high C, high B tier worthy, but like the average, it's gonna be down here. Jawhead's down here, yeah. I think Carmelo's really good in 5, but not probably in solo duo queue. Solo through trio. Yeah, I would kind of want to. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty. I barely see Edith anymore, man. She's not even like. I still think she should be here. She's so good, but nobody plays her. I don't know why. Yeah, I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. So yeah, here, updated tier list for this season. I'll probably make a whole new tier list for next season, but I think it's not a terrible idea to do it like this. Like if I want to update it throughout the season based on patches or based on big patches, I like micro adjust based off the previous tier list. But then if it's a whole new season with a bunch of big changes, I redo the whole thing. But yeah, anywho, thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will see you guys all later. Bye bye.